So today we're looking at how to create graphs from simple data and how to find sums and differences. So up here in this top left corner you see this f of x, which stands for function, which allows you to insert different kinds of functions. The function we're going to be working with today is the sum function. And so you can click that button there and then make sure it says sum and click OK. And then you can start your calculations that way. Right? Or, even easier, you can just put an equal sign. Right? So you can be writing in the cell itself, or you can be writing in this little box up here. Right? I'm going to write in the cell itself. So I've clicked on the cell. Right? Cursor's going. I press equal. You see the same thing appears up here. And now I want to find the sum. If I want to find the sum of my numbers, I'm going to line up my cells. So if I want to know the price or the combination of these numbers that go along with these words, so 25 through 16, if I want to add all those together, I'm going to do that. I'm going to say B2, right? And the capital letter is not important. And if I just wanted to add two cells together, I would go B2 plus, and let's say B3. B3. And if I were to press enter then, you can see the formula disappears and a number, right? 25 plus 39 equals, right? Equals 59, right? 25 plus 34 equals 59. If I were to click on the cell again, you see up here is the formula. It's B2 plus B3. Pretty cool, huh? Right? Did all the math for me. Right? Did all the math for me. Right? Now, what if I want to add lots of different things together? Here's where I can say, okay, let's find a sum of lots of them. So if I click sum, click OK. Now if I click and drag what I want to make a sum of. See how I started at the top at B2, went all the way down to B6. And you can see how it's written, sum, parentheses, B2, colon, B6. And then I can end my parentheses, press enter. Does all the math for me. Right? So when you go to your example, right, it's as easy as that. You click the cell you want, you go to function, you select what you want, press enter, math is done. Simple as that. Let's go back online. Difference. What do you think we're going to do if we're going to find the difference? We're going to subtract, exactly. All right. So subtraction is going to do a couple different things. Right. First of all, we need a cell that tells us what is our total budget that we're allowed to deal with. That's $25. So if I just pick a random cell, right, not using that one, so that's E3. Now I can go here, press equal, E3 minus, I want my total, right? Total is, I know my numbers are way different than yours. But total minus 158, so that's B9. B9. Press enter. And in Excel, it turns red. That means it's negative. That's why it's red. Right? So if you do your 25, if you go here, if you take this number and you subtract it from 25 and you get a red number, you spent too much money. Right? Your answer for difference should be less than $1, right? That was the goal, less than $1, right? So working with that, all right? That's formulas. All right, then part 2 of this is how to make a bar graph on this so that our bar graph also has labels on it, right? To do a bar graph, you need to select everything that you want to appear in your graph, but you can't have anything that you don't want to appear in the graph, right? So in your documents, you have all of this information. You have the names of your food and then the kinds of food. So if you select all of this stuff, all that information will be in the graph. But we don't want all that information. We just want the food, the price, and of course we want all of it. So selecting it like that. All right, so back online. All right, so here it is. I want the name of the animal. I want the number that goes with the animal. I want all of it. So I click on my A2, slide down to B6. It's all selected now. From here I can go to Insert. Now I have lots and lots of choices of the different kinds of charts I can add in. We want a bar graph. So this is by columns. That's how they describe it. And we want a 2D column. It's going to look like this. And just like that, you have a graph. And I'm able to rearrange that and move that to different locations like that. And then I can even go here and start giving titles to my different series and different things like that. I can add a title. I can say zoo animals. I gotta spell animals correctly, but I can do all those kinds of things. Right? It didn't change for me, but you can do that. Okay? I'm not too worried about this stuff. I'm just looking for this, and that your labels go with your bars like that. Okay? All right. Once you make your graph, you want to make sure it appears underneath. And I'll show you the final example, right? So it should have your name, party for food, budget, right? Has your whole budget, total cost, should have that money left over, right? This says $1.71. That's too little, right? We're aiming for less than $1. And then you should have a simple bar graph with all your food. You see all those names there, and then price like that.